Hi, I'm Kevin Haskell, Cyber Resilience Specialist here at NetApp. And I am thrilled to have the opportunity to talk to you about a brand new feature coming for ONTAP called SnapMirror ActiveSync for NAS. Let's jump in. It'll be introduced in 9.19.1. And it's going to support both our AFF and our AFX platforms. Now, customers have been running applications, databases, Oracle, SQL, critical file shares, AI workloads, virtual machines, and so much more, all on NAS. And because of that, customers have required and needed a recovery point objective and a recovery time objective of near to zero. In essence, we're protecting NAS services as a logical environment. To do so, we're going to replicate both config and data from primary to secondary. Now, the secondary SVM, or storage virtual machine, SVM-A prime, happens to be a dormant SVM, meaning it's read-only, but it can be read via a cross SVM flex clone. Now, let's talk about the workloads a little bit. From a failover perspective, all versions of NFS and SMB3 continuous availability shares experience transparent application failover. Again, that's all versions of NFS and SMB3 continuous availability shares will experience the transparent or non-disruptive failover. All other versions of SMB, while the data will make it and be replicated synchronously, the application itself will still incur an outage. Now, let's get into how we're going to make this possible. Under the covers, it's still going to be SnapMirror synchronous, just like our SnapMirror ActiveSync for SAN workloads. And because of SnapMirror synchronous, we do have that requirement or that need to maintain a round-trip time of sub 10 milliseconds. Now, in doing this, we can replicate NAS SVMs. We can also, in the same environment, have both NAS and SAN SVMs with replication relationships. We can even have all the above: NAS relationships, SAN relationships, and SVMs that are unprotected, all within the same environment. Now, part of this replication, or part of the failover, is made possible all by this third site, our mediator. So the mediator can be deployed as a virtual instance in cloud, on premises, and anywhere in between. Its sole job is to monitor the health and welfare of both clusters, prevent any sort of a split brain scenario, but its number one, probably most important job, facilitate the failover when something goes bump. Now, failover can be automated or manual. However, failback will always be a manual process once we have resolved whatever the issues we had in place. Now, we've gone through quite a bit, and there's even more. We could spend an entire day getting into deep dives on configs and replication schemas. Hopefully what you've taken away from this is we have now transitioned critical NAS workloads from how do we restore to how do we keep the business running. The last thing I've heard was the best outage is the one that your end users never experience. Thanks for watching.